Carefully concentrating, intently intrigued. It's project time in Mr. Keil's grade 4, 5, 6 class. Hands are flying up, anxious to answer, and then they get down to work.
Everybody put all of the drinks right here.
Their task? To categorize dozens of brand names. Food, airlines, media companies, and stores. These kids know their products.
Starbucks is in there.
Then it gets a bit more challenging. Instead of brand names, it's leaves, pine cones, grapes, and mushrooms.
I want you to think of one classification that everything in that bag can fall under.
Their conclusion? Things from nature.
Okay, done Mr. Keil. We're nature.
It's the kind of project students at Elizabeth Buckley School are used to. Science-based lessons that don't have kids reading from a textbook.
We really like to infuse the science into all the different subjects. So we'll be working with math, we'll be working with literacy and things, but we'll be talking about our science topics.
Elizabeth Buckley School in Victoria is independent. There's just 40 students, kindergarten to grade 6. They teach the BC curriculum, but this year they're enhancing it with a focus on the STEM subjects: science, technology, engineering, and math, a program common in the U.S.
So I can teach in math that if you don't get it the first time, like in science or other subjects, if you don't quite understand it, you need to try again.
The project that the kids are working on now, where they're classifying a bunch of different items, is pretty indicative of what goes on at this school. At least 50% of the activities in this classroom are hands-on and interactive.
Kids are kind of given the reins and said, how can you guys, take control of what's going on rather than just spoon feeding.
So are you challenged here?
Yes, and I like that.
And because so much of the curriculum is hands-on, students are often learning outside the classroom. Plans are in the works to take the kids to the beach and to the University of Victoria.
We want it to be really applied. So when kids learn things out of a book, they don't necessarily realize how that applies to daily life. If you can give them, engage them in experiences where they're doing hands-on and exploring and kind of creating their own understanding out of things, it's much more memorable and meaningful for them.
The hope is that by teaching the STEM subjects, some young people, in particular girls, won't shy away from science and math.
We do know that if you give them many positive experiences and help bolster their confidence in those areas at the elementary school level, if they enter middle school feeling confident, that can make a real difference.
What's your favorite subject to learn at school?
I think it would be science, because it's kind of fun. You get to try new things.
The program is in its first year, and already parents are seeing the benefits.
I find even at home, I notice things in the way that they're learning things at home, and they're so inquisitive and they're always asking questions, and sometimes the questions that come out of their mouth, I'm just like, wow. It's things that you wouldn't expect from their age group, and I think that's because of what they're doing here.
She says her son Jacob, who has autism, has so much confidence, he started teaching his own computer club.
And do you enjoy teaching it to the other kids?
Yeah.
And do they learn a lot?
Yeah.
And to ensure a well-rounded education, the school is incorporating the arts into the curriculum, turning STEM into STEAM. It's the start of what the school hopes is a program that can be shared and adopted by other schools. In Victoria, I'm Nikki Ewanyshyn.
And what belongs in there?